Oh, boy, here we go again. Women complaining about being treated like men. Oh, no, women aren't allowed to cry. I can't wait for the day when they listen to the facts when they say, girl, bye. Women cry more frequently than men do. Their tears are treated like a social glue. They don't suffer any social penalty. Listen, ladies, it's unlikely they'll come after you. It's more likely they'll come after me. Most cultures and times encouraged women's feelings, so what is it about these dealings? Women were never expected to be stoic while their tears are reaching the ceilings. Even with this, you expect men to be heroic. And when were women denied leadership for crying? This is how I know you're lying. It's usually such men denied leadership since their tears are disqualifying. They can't pop that button on their lip. Women are never labeled too weak when you see them whine and shriek. Women might be considered annoying, but everything else just sounds like Greek to men they're constantly destroying. Women are almost always believed. I mean, that's one of many things they've achieved while male abuse victims still get charged for fighting back. That's why your claims get poorly received. You're always veering off the true track. And how often do women face backlash whenever they're behaving as rash as a man frequently does? People will even donate more cash to women than men just because. That's why I don't understand saying they're not allowed. Women wear their tears loud and proud. Men are told to suffer in silence. This has been publicly avowed. Men are denied the same license. You boast your communication skills while you're picking fights with windmills due to your emotional openness and your narcissistic thrills. It's all just self-imposed stress. Women also overreact, and as a matter of fact, men are shamed for all emotional displays. Women might always feel attacked, but they've trapped themselves in their own emotional maze. I know experiences vary, but you must get extremely wary of claims made by people like these. Most of their tears are imaginary, though they spread like a very real disease. The response video was also wrong. It's always the same old dance and song that gets the same old rebuttal. But as much as the day is long, their self-pity will clumsily scuttle. The diagnosis of hysteria covered a rather large area and wasn't merely emotional. Lies are like malaria, but a lot less notional. Not every diagnosis was malicious. Bad science can be vicious. Doctors didn't understand such things that well. But the woke left is still the most suspicious with all the lies they like to tell. Okay, so it comes from the name for uterus. Calling that control is ludicrous. It was to help women going insane. Besides, it wasn't even as numerous as when they lobotomized a man's brain. There's also no guaranteeing the criteria was disagreeing with men in any way, shape, or form. It was mostly about the woman's well-being since the concern for men wasn't the norm. Then we get to eugenics, which was tied more to male schizophrenics than it was making sure women didn't cry. It was more about female euthenics with all the methods they'd apply. Historians don't even agree with feminists, which is why they're often called misogynists. But what more can you expect from legions of misandrists whose belief system loses when it gets fact-checked? Now they claim women are underdiagnosed, though women get treated the most. More is spent on women's headaches than men's cancer. Every day, a man becomes a ghost, a woman becomes an exotic OF dancer. Men can't afford to be this out of touch, which is why it's women overreaching so much. This should show you how privileged women have always been. They've always had an emotional crutch, especially when compared to men.